Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As you saw from those pictures, well, you know what we're working on this week. We're going up on our way right now to Goldsboro, North Carolina. We're looking at picking up a late 1960s, early 70s, we don't really know, Holiday Rambler camper trailer. We know very little about this trailer other than it's vintage and it's gutted. That's all we know. We got some plans for it. We did a camper 5 years ago and we didn't record it because we weren't doing YouTube yet. And, well, that was our loss because it would have been a good project to have, you know, video documented. We call her Mildred, picked her up in Michigan. She was yellow and white and had been lived in, and she had a rough life. We got her all the way home to North Carolina and had to fix a bunch of the flooring, and now we got carried away and did the whole thing. Kind of like to do another one for the channel. So that's what we're working on today. We're working on finding the right donor camper for the project. We're not looking at something that's already done inside. We really want something that starts as an absolute heap and finishes as a diamond. We've never seen this camper. It's the first time. I found it in the old marketplace. I got my lovely assistant Jen with me today. She's going to help out on this project. I know a lot of times it's her behind the camera doing the editing. It's me doing the hands-on stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys join us on this little adventure. So that's what we're working on. You guys can see this will be over a few videos. We can't do this in 1 week. We'll start by getting the camper.
Beside a house, abandoned.
Okay.
And we always wanted one, and I was going to redo it.
Yeah.
But this one had, like, it had trees growing up in it. It had all these
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
And it was jam-packed with, like, building insulation.
Gotcha.
Or something.
Uh-huh.
But basically, if you can get one of these that's pretty decent,
Yeah.
you can, like, make a hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta get that fence open big enough to get it out. Yeah, I'd probably bring a new pigtail with me. Tie it through. Wow. Okay.
The original bill of sale said 1970, so if you wanted to do something,
Well, good morning, guys. It's a Saturday morning. I have my lovely assistant Jen with me this morning. So we loaded up old Black Beauty here. We are gonna go and get a camper. Now, a little foreshadowing in the background over there. Can't really see it, another camper. We've got an idea. Thinking about taking a retro camper, because that's cool, with a new camper, because it's not cool. So let's do something exciting. Let's get to it. We're jumping on Black Beauty. We got a 2-hour ride that away, and well, it's gonna be fun. Alright guys, our great adventure begins. Just got a text from the guy we're getting the camper from. I had noticed when we were there to look at it last week that it's only got one axle on it. The other axle was removed because it was bent, and he's had it repaired, but it's not reinstalled. I noticed on the remaining axle on the left side, the driver's side, there's only two. It's the 4-bolt pattern that takes lug bolts instead of lug nuts. There's only 2 lug bolts in that axle. So anyways, assumed he had the other ones when he took the wheel off to take the axle off. He texted me this morning and let me know, hey, I can't find those lug bolts. So here I am getting ready to head out to Raleigh, and I'm just running around real quick doing everything I can to find some lug bolts, remembering it's a late 60s, early 70s camper. That means the left side is a left-hand thread, because they're afraid that if they did a right-hand thread, they would come loose. Kind of like the 67 Mopar we're working on, same thing. Left-hand threads on the left-hand side. So trying to find a left-hand thread wheel bolt for a 70s camper at 10 to 8 on Saturday morning. Yeah, good luck. I'm back here, Napa Land, trying to find wheel studs. Yeah, they got all those. How about these? They're all push-in studs that take lug nuts. We need wheel studs, wheel bolts. Oops, we need these. that. And that left-hand thread. And that's all they got. Struck up. Guess I could look for some left-hand thread bolts. Well, over here at Miller's Automotive, they're super sweet. They let me just go on back and help myself with all the parts, and still wasn't able to find anything though. Let's just hope that the magnet trick in the fallen leaves and the dirt around the camper yields us some luck. Here's hoping. I'd love to get me that golf sign right there. That'd look good in my shop. Speaking of signs I'd like to have, well, there's a street coming up.
Take the next right onto Devil's Racetrack Road.
You hear that? Devil's Racetrack Road. There's not even a street sign. Do you know why there's no street sign? Because every time they put one up, somebody steals it. I guarantee you. There ain't no street sign on Devil's Racetrack Road.
Continue on Devil's Racetrack Road for 1.5 miles.
All right, guys. So it took about a little over 2 hours to get here. There's the unit. So the guy that we bought it from, Ken, big shout out to Ken. He's awesome. He took out the fence for us. He's got his fence post over here. He disassembled the fence and pulled that up out of the ground to make it easier for us to get it out here. He went ahead. It was sitting up on 4 blocks in the 4 corners. He got all that jacked up and out. He inflated the tires. He even left a bottle jack here to help us lift this thing up. So thank you, Ken. We appreciate all that. He's not here today. He's got another engagement, but he'll be able to watch the video and see how this goes. So there is, if you come over here and look, there is some rot in the bottom of the frame rail here. Okay, that's one of the big reasons why we want to go ahead and change out the frame rail. We got the same situation going on the bottom side of this frame rail. Now, he did go ahead and put some angle iron under here and some extra bracing just to get the hitch kind of more connected to the stronger part of the frame. Another big reason why we want to change out the frame on this thing here is obviously that's not going to be great for long distance hauling, that sort of thing. But let's just walk around. We got some footage from a week ago when we came up and first looked at it, but let's just walk around. We've got the electrical connections hanging out here. I brought a new whip for that so we can hook that up to the trailer and hopefully we can get our lights working and everything there. We'll come back and rewire that later. But you see all the poverty windows are in good shape here. He's got those closed up for us. The light lenses, I think for the most part, are in the camper. We need to go ahead and do that. We do have a broken out poverty window on this side, but I think this window's going away. We've got plans for this area here. We've got a 27-inch door that's seen better days. Again, we got plans for that area. We do have the little piece that goes in here, and I don't know that we'll put it on for the ride home, just because we don't want it. Yeah, there it is. We don't want it flying out, and I don't know that we have the pins to hold it in place, so might not put that in. There is an axle off of it, and well, you know what? I think he even went ahead and put the axle inside for us. Yep, I can see it from here. So that was awesome. Thank you again, Ken. It was up underneath here. It had a bend in it. He took it to a local body shop. They straightened it out for him. So we do have the 4 bolt hubs back here, and we're good on this side. But he had texted me this morning and said, "Hey, I can't find the on the other side. There's only 2 bolts holding that hub on there. So we're down 2. We got to come up with a solution for that. But we will. We'll come up with a solution for that. So coming around here again, the marker light's just missing its lens. We got some, timbers on the vehicle. We've got Holiday Ramblers back here. Is the brand. It is the Holiday Traveler, which is the model. It came from Wakarusa, Indiana. We're very familiar with Wakarusa area. We're there a lot. It's got a cool little Amoco Drive Safely sticker on the back. I didn't notice it before. For a guy that likes collecting gas stuff, that's a pretty cool little find. I'm sure it'll come off because this door, as you can see, is rotten through, and we're going to have to replace that metal on there, but we'll maybe find a new Amoco sticker for there. I like the quilted material back here. Okay, that's late 60s, early 70s for Holiday Rambler. The rectangular headlight or tail lights was 70s and later, so or earlier or later than that. So it speaks to being a 70, 71, 72 in that vintage. We've got our power plug that pulls out of the back here. License plate light. That's all original. It's kind of cool that that's there. It's pretty rusted up, but it's kind of cool that the original piece is there. Again, we've got our poverty glass on the back. It's in great shape. You can see here that one little area where the branches have been blowing on it, how clean it is. I can't wait to get this thing in the car wash. The CB antenna on the back is about as hokey as it gets, and I love it. That is not coming off. I love that. So we got a little air vent here because we've got some storage in the back. This is our project. So let's jump into this thing. First thing we're going to do is, you can't, it's kind of up against the fence on that side there. There's brush and dirt and mud and all kinds of stuff on that side. We're going to hook it up to the truck. We're going to pull it out in the yard. There is no interior walls. There's no siding. There's no paneling. There's nothing in it. It's just this metal frame, which is pretty stout, as you can see. It's not real wobbly. It is well connected to everything, but there's a lot of timber in the side that's either rotten or been bug eaten or is missing. So what we're going to do is we are going to throw a pallet in the middle of it. We're going to run some stringers up to it, and we're going to re-support the whole thing and make it strong before we tow it. We don't want to have any damage to it while we're towing it, because like this stuff here, well replaceable is hard. This well replaceable, they're hard to find. You know, this little logo thing here, hey, good luck. If anybody knows where I can get 3 of those, hit me up down in the comments. We need 3 of those. All of ours, well, Florida is usually the first thing to break off. We've got a little leveler here. I think that left the chat a while ago. Its bubble has left. So there's a little awning holder here, and I'm not familiar with what this is for. It's the same awning holder that they put up here. I'm almost wondering if you can hang flaps down when you store it to cover the wheels. It's right over the wheels. I think it's kind of cool. The wheels on this camper are further back than the wheels on what we're going to use is our donor camper. I'm almost thinking about moving the axles on the donor camper back to meet these wheel wells instead of moving the wheel wells up to meet the axles. And the reason I want to do that is because we've found that the further back the wheels are from your actual hitch point, the better and straighter it tows. There might be a reason why on that other camper they moved them forward, weight balance, what have you, and we'll have to weigh all those things. But I kind of like where the wheels sit, and I kind of like not molesting the archways. Let's leave that as it is. Maybe those lug nuts are sitting up here and I don't know. I brought a big magnet. I'm hoping we can magnetize them and maybe find them and make them materialize, but we only have a bolt here and a bolt here. They are conical bolts which will hold the wheel centered. We might have to do, instead of I think these are 1/2 inch, instead of a 1/2 inch, we might have to do a 3/8 bolt all the way through and see if we can get a nut on the other side of it just to help hold the wheel to the hub. The 2 conical ones will hold it where it needs to be. Not an ideal situation for a long haul, but for the 2 hours home, it'll do. Again, if we can get all this stuff to come off, well, frankly, that'd be a miracle. But it would look a lot nicer. The windows, whew, she's thick on there. You can tell it's been sitting. So it's been sitting here in his yard for, I think, 4 years, he said. See, that stuff's going to come right off of there. This camper will look so much nicer without all that on there. It's been sitting in his yard for about 4 years. I think he said where he got it from. He had seen it sitting at the side of their house. I thought he said for 6 years, and then he finally talked him into letting them buy it. He bought it, brought it here. What happens with so many of these projects, life happens, other things take priority. They got a beautiful house that's 100 years old, and I'm sure that needs maintenance and that sort of thing. They got grandkids, they got other priorities. So it was time for it to go. This is the wall I'm the most worried about. There's a lot of disconnection. The top is fine, the bottom's fine. What connects the top and the bottom has left the chat. So we're gonna go ahead and do some work on that. We do have the pull here. This is where you'd pull that out, and that's actually the T valve to open your drainage down below. Our first thing is we want to get out of all this, out of the bugs, and into some better light. And so we're going to hook the truck up, and we're just going to pull this thing forward. And the first thing we're going to see is, does it roll? Do the wheels turn? Are we going to skid it out of here? Or are we going to drive it out of here? So let's try that. And well, thanks for being here again, guys. This is going to be exciting. I'm just looking over here, and this, if you know, for your geography people, this is the San Andreas Fault, and one day California is going to just leave the chat. That's what they say. I don't know. The East Coast has been hit hard up here. Florida, again, just hanging on by a screw. Okay, so currently, camper's sitting at 16 inches to the bottom of the hitch, and it looks pretty level. Currently the truck's sitting at 21 inches to the bottom of the hitch. So it's about a 5-inch difference. I did bring a selection of hitches. This one's got a 4-inch drop, so I think a 4-inch drop to that'll lift it up just a little bit. I think that's a really good fit. So let's change this out. You should always bring a selection of hitches with you when you're rescuing a camper. Oh, took it fine. So, get this out. Made the first 30 feet without incident. Tires are kind of dry rotted. Starfirehouse SF 940s. My buddy Justin's watching this. Just look away for a while. He's got this thing about old tires and dry rot and stuff. Probably for good reason. One day it's going to bite me. Hope today's not that day. All right, oh, we got a little rat underneath here. Woo, oh, look through there. The bottom half is gone. Luckily, we'll have a new back bumper with the new frame. It has a back bumper already attached to it, so that'll automatically get changed out. So let's see what was left here. This looks like... Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, it's the visor.
It's the visor for the front of it. Okay, well, it's part of the visor for the front of it. Maybe we'll find some more treasures and we'll use. Oh, nope. Got excited. But that's the spring bolt. We're going to remove the spring. There's a bushing. So, well, I don't think that's off the camper. There's a nut. So, ooh, that's the bearings. Okay. That's the bearing for the one he took off. There's probably another bearing bag on this side then. Okay, so we're finding stuff in the down here. It's really important we find those two bolts that hold the wheel on. Okay, here we go. That is the bottom of the, that so holds the leaf spring to the axle. There's another suspension bolt and a nut. Hey, those pieces might be sitting right here. There's a shock. Okay, if we don't find them out here on the ground, we're gonna come looking through. It's 12, isn't it? We gotta listen to 12, 4, 5, 6. It's picking up little pieces of rust that fell off the camper. That's funny. Look, it worked. Found a nut. Another shock. Does it have shocks on it? Oh, look at this. I bet you that's to hold the door. I wondered what that was for. Curtains. So it looks just like Grandma's house. I have a little mosquito problem. Look at how those are mounted on an angle like that intentionally. That's how it was made. That's kind of unique. And also sagging. Okay, so here's the hub. These are what those bolts are going into. Oh, look at that. That's the original trailer plug. Cars use a different style plug now, so that won't work. Okay, now there's going to be a total of 10 of these bolts. 4 of them will be for the right side and not work. 6 of them will be for the left side and work. So our odds are better. We may have a little subfloor problem there. Put that back like that. You don't step there. On the outside wall, remember I said this is the wall I'm most concerned about? And this is why. There's nothing that connects what's left of the roof to what's left of the wall. Although the bed looks really nice on the inside. It's actually very clean looking in here. We'll get all the trash out, get the old plywood up, and then replace the boards that need replacing. We'll get all the old wiring out of here. We just kind of cut it, snipped it. That's fine. Let's see what we got. Let's make sure we don't cover up anything important, like the bolts I'm looking for. Here's the little thing that goes in that hole in the wall. So this might have been seat cushions, bed structure, that sort of thing. So look at all this. All the original screens. We're not really fresh air in our camper kind of people. We're air conditioned or heated kind of air in our camper kind of people. So we probably won't use all these screens. If anybody needs a full set of gold screens for one of these, hit us up. If you want to make the drive, you can have them. There's an all aluminum frame under here. That's concerning. A little bit. It's very picturesque in a gory kind of way though. Here's the rear spring. Here's the other spring. See here? This is the wiring harness. There, it goes all the way to the back for the lighting. That looks like it's still intact. I can trace it. I think it's all intact, which means we can wire up to there. We'll have the lights at least. So when we're broke down on the side of the road, people will know that we're broke down because our flashes will be flashing. Oh, we just got a little pigtail service loop. Oh, and then it runs right out. That's perfect. That's awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. Listen, here's our big things. 1, make sure the wheels are attached. 2, make sure the structure is stable. 3, make sure we got lights on the back. 4, make sure the hitch is attached properly. 5, put the license plate on it. Doesn't belong to it. And hope for the best. Yeah. It's like you're on your way to the beach, and when you get there, you're gonna go surfing so you can practice in the trailer while you're driving there. I'm really glad our plan for this does not involve saving the floor structure. How do you like that? I wonder how long that's been sitting there. That's a piece of poverty glass. There's our brakes. There you go. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Original window crank. Original hardware. All the slides for the drawers. Here's my medicine cabinet. That's a fire starter. That's the cover for the hydraulic filter. Oh, look it! We got the cover that goes on the outside for where the furnace goes. Oh, look at this! It came from Florida, Marion, Florida. Is there a date on there? August. Every year, August. Oh, there's that's the arm for the. Oh, and there's the other end of that thing. That's for the front awning. Bucket of bolts here. Get some cabinet hardware and interior screws. We get more window crankers. We might just be saying a prayer and going home with 2 bolts. Well, let's get everything else done. Oh, look, this guy did our plants. Let's have a little moment with Jen telling us our vision for the camper. So Jen, you've been holding the camera. We haven't heard much from you. Why don't you tell us what our vision is?
Obviously clean slate, right? So the problem with our current camper is it doesn't have a shower. Our plan is to take this whole front section from the front door on and create a bathroom there, including shower. So these windows are going to be removed. I don't know what we're going to do with them quite yet. We may relocate them onto the side to give more light, because we're light people. We love natural light. This little window isn't gonna do. In the back end, we're going to be doing something a little different. We're going to do a sofa with a pull-out bed, but like not RV sofa, legit sofa with a pull-out bed. We're still trying to figure out how to get it in there because the door opening isn't quite big enough, we don't think. But that's a detail we'll come to later. And then in the middle section, we'll have our kitchen area, TV, and we'd like to place a fireplace in as well. So there's a program that we saw from another YouTuber that we're gonna give a try on, and we'll share that with you in another video so that you can kind of see our vision of the layout. Colorway, we have a car in mind to haul this, and it's actually the Newport that James has been working on. You've seen those videos. So we're thinking of doing a green on green with maybe some copper in the quilted areas. I know, hard to see right now. Really hard for some of you to see right now.
Why is it hard to see?
But we see it. We see the beauty in the rough.
California. Andrea's fault, I'm telling you.
Lady Luxe is going to be her name. And why we chose Lady Luxe...
Is that Lux is L-U-C-K-S?
No, L-U-X.
Okay.
As in luxurious.
Ooh.
Because we're going to do her up so fine on the inside that it's going to be pretty. It's
Are we talking about like real china and silverware?
The ultimate camping experience in the most luxurious way.
Nice. Can't wait. I'm just in here figuring out the trailer wiring so I can get going on that part of it. She's out there with the magnet. She's determined to find those bolts. She is definitely worried about driving home on 2 lug studs. So am I, but I can't tell her that. I have to look strong. I have to seem fearless. Oh, did she find something? No. Alright, well, here's wishing her luck that she finds those bolts for us. Okay, we're going to grab this new whip, which is a more modern day 7-pin plug-in for an RV or trailer, and we'll plug that into the truck. I'm going to run the cable up through there so that we can make the connections inside the trailer where they won't be out here in the way. We'll probably loop it through his little angles over here and stuff, and we'll zip tie it on so it can't go anywhere. Make sure that's secure. We're just going to snip these old connections off of here so I can get the wires pulled inside the camper, because we won't be going with this style of a setup anyways. There used to be a cable that plugged into your car and then it plugged into the camper. It was just like a connector between the two. Now the wire just comes right off the camper straight to your car, and you leave it attached to the camper all the time. So that's what we're going to go with. Hey hon, can you feed that wire from the other side?
Wait,
Yeah.
are these it?
What? Do they have L's on them? They have L's. They're left-hand threads.
L.
Oh, I've never seen a prettier thing. So we've got our junction brought up through the floor here. Inside here, our wiring harness, we've got our black and our white, which are the 2 heavy ones. They'll go straight to the batteries. Okay, and we got a black and a white here. We won't be hooking those up today because we have no batteries. We've got the brown, we've got the green and the yellow. That's your typical 4-flat wiring harness. So we're going to take the brown, the green, and the yellow, hook it to the brown, the green, and the yellow. We are left with a blue and a red, which we of course don't have in here, but that'll be, we've got a blue, but those are going to be things like reverse lights, constant power, those sort of things. So we don't need those for right now because, well, we got no lights in here to give constant power too. Look for a moment at that header and the woodwork over there. I mean, the front of our last camper, this whole front end was just gone. And where I'm kneeling, that was gone. The first 2 feet of our original camper and the back 4 feet were just gone. This thing's a lot bigger than our other camper. The other one's 19. This is, I think, 24. So it's 5 feet. I tell you what, that's going to make a lot of difference. When you're talking 5 feet in a camper, I mean, a settee fits in 5 feet. A bathroom fits in 5 feet. A bed fits in 5 feet. There's a lot you can do with that extra 5 feet of camper space. Surprises, but see that wall between those 2 windows? Yeah, the wall that's all rotten anyways. What if we did a push out there? Like a slide out? Like the only Holiday Rambler 70s vintage with a slide out? That'd be unique. All right, focus, James. Let's wire this thing up. If you wire houses a lot, you might think, well, this is probably the positive. The wire that's got the charge, and this would be the neutral or the return. Actually, in trailer wiring, this is going to be your constant 12. Okay, so coming from the truck, this one's going to go to the battery. That's your constant 12. This white one actually is the ground. I know you think green is ground, but green is right side tail light, turn signal. I think actually brown is tail light, green is right side turn signal, yellow is left side turn signal, I think, if I can remember from the last time I wired a trailer. So we're going to take the green, the white, the yellow, and the brown. There's not enough metal left in this trailer. Normally when you hook a trailer up to your hitch, it actually grounds through the frame because everything's connected to the ground. Yeah, you might have a questionable ground situation going on there. I don't want to guess, but I'm just saying it's not the most metal I've seen in a trailer. Okay, let's get these things wired up. We're just going to put some butt connectors on these. Remember, everything that we're doing today is absolutely temporary. We're not doing anything today that is part of our final plan for this camper. Now I'm just assuming that a wiring harness bought in 2025, hooked to a truck that was made in 1995, with a camper on the back that was built in 1970, we're all wired exactly the same colors. It's just a wild guess. But I'm going with it because I looked in the back and it appears that is the case. Now I know you guys like to use the heat shrink, blah, blah, blah. Me too, okay? Me too. These are cheaper and they're gonna be on here for a 2-hour tour. 2 hour. Well, that's another good song to sing. That didn't end well for the minnow, and those aboard, you younger viewers don't know what the minnow is or who Gilligan is. That plugs in there, latches on. You want to go in the back while I push the things? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, so we're going to recheck the wiring. It's possible that I got my ground backwards. Remember what I said about if you wire a lot of houses, when you wire trailers, sometimes you get backwards? I wire a lot of houses. I might have got because I put the wiring harness on that Dodge. I might have got my black and my white switched. It's very possible. Also be the good reason why the battery doesn't recharge on the dump trailer when I'm pulling it. Okay, whatever. We're gonna check our ground, check our positive, check all this check stuff, and then we'll go from there. Let's put some nuts on. Now remember, righty loosey, lefty tighty. See that? Confusing, right? Because you heard it differently all your life. So you gotta loosen them tight. And then when you really want to take them off, you gotta tighten them loose. That's how it works when you're born in the 70s. You feel more secure now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Since I'm following you.
Let's see. Is there a DOT number on these? I was gonna call Justin and have him date code these for me, because I don't know how to do that. Oh, there is a DOT number. What is a DOT number on a tire dated R7HL?
The tire code R7HL is not the DOT date code. The DOT date code is the last 4 digits, showing the week and year the tire was made. For example, 1422 means the 14th week of 2022.
Well, there's no number. DOT R7HL XKV. Let's Google the picture thing. You see that, Google? Read that. The wheel rim shows significant rust. Thank you. It doesn't give me a date code. Okay, well, maybe it was before they were doing that. Don't know. If your date code's only 3 numbers instead of 4, then maybe Fred Flintstone shopped at the same tire store. Maybe. Justin's gonna kill me if he sees this video. That ain't going nowhere. That's what you're supposed to say. That's guaranteed. This is gonna be seized up tighter than tight. We'll just soak you down. Oh, everywhere. Just, yeah. Just want that WD-40 just sitting in there. See if we can work this thing forward. Oh, that lifts nicely. Oh, because the spring's broken. Usually has some spring tension on there. Oh, wait, it moved. This has to go down to lock that. And then that goes down. See these little teeth? They go down those 2 little holes there, so it can't pop back up on its own. And that way, Okay, next thing we're gonna do is, can you pull the headlight switch on for the headlights? I'm gonna go inside and figure out if I've got ground and things like that.
Rolling down the road. So far so good. We have 2 hours before we get home. So let's see if those tires hold up.
Well guys, I'm not gonna call it a 100% win yet because we still have over 2 hours to get home. But we've got tail lights, we've got the camper on the back. This Dodge pulls awesome, and the camper's towing right in behind perfect. It's got no swing or sway to it, doesn't have any bounce to it. It really is a nice camper to tow at this point, so pretty excited about that. We've got a camera rolling inside of it, so we'll pop some of that footage up here. Let's see. Well, let's see if the camera's stuck to the wall, first of all. And if it did, I wonder what it looks like in there right now at 50 miles an hour and wind coming in all the different holes and broken windows and roof vents and things like that. So it's gonna get a good little clean out, I guess. Well, you know what they say. If it'll make it 10 miles, it'll make it 100. I guess if it makes it 1 mile, it'll make it 10. If it makes it 10, it'll make it 100. Well, we've got a 108-mile trip, 28 miles in. So still got some miles to put down. Just pulled over, felt the wheel hubs, the tires, checked everything out. Hitch looks good, tires are good. Wheel hubs don't have any heat in them at all. But the door was wide open. Apparently my chase car couldn't see it. I couldn't see it. But the door was wide open. Don't know when it opened, but be interesting to watch that video back. Comment down in the comments. How long do you think the door lasted before it blew wide open? All right, guys, we're doing all right. Just gonna keep on putting miles down. Hey guys, all right, so we made it back with the camper last night. There she is in the daylight. She's filthy. We parked it right beside the donor. Pretty much the same length. I haven't taken any actual measurements or anything, but pretty much the same length. So the idea is to take this here frame, which is in really great shape, fully boxed in, take this thing here all the way back, including the black water tank, the gray water tank, including the slide out, including both sets of stairs. Here and here. It's an Outback by Keystone. It's the 25 aluminum welded structure FBS. I'm assuming that means inside the walls, because the underside is definitely steel. But this thing's got newer wheels on it, newer axles, better brakes. All right, it's got the this is the paneled access for the fridge, which is a little bit nicer than the one that's on the current unit. It's got the awning. It's dirty, but it's got an awning. It's got a big light for outside. It's got 2 doors. It's got a spare tire back there on the bumper, and the bumper is not rotted through like the other one is. It's got a water heater in it. It's got a microwave. It's got a stove. Well, here, let me take you inside. Let's look around this unit real quick. This was bought as a donor unit, okay? It's got some leaks in the front. It's got some leaks here. A little bit of roof damage, all right? That's why it was a donor unit. We got some extra aeration holes in the ceiling, but look at this. We've got a full push-out unit with a brand new motor on it, I might add. A little bit of a mildew on the seats and things. The idea is to take the push-out, and we're thinking about doing a table and 4 chairs. Not this sort of thing where it folds down to a bed, just table and 4 chairs. Keep it classy, keep it luxurious, a little bit more like home. There is a flat screen unit in here. It's not very big, but it's got a CD player that's very yellowed. We have a fridge in here, which is the 3-way fridge that works. We have our microwave. We have our gas stove. Looks very unused in here. Very clean. We've got all the switches, the tank monitors. We've got exterior switches. So we'll be taking some mechanicals from here. So, I got to tell you this. This guy right here, brand new toy. I was thinking of drilling a hole in here, putting a ball in there, I don't know, coming all kinds of ways I could make a little platform for my forklift. It was like $60 delivered on Amazon. I had it in 3 days. Just buy one of these. I'm going to put a link to it down below. Now, I'm not associated with it or anything else. I just bought it off Amazon. I don't even know who these people are, but it's a quality unit. It came quick. I'm going to let you guys know about it. So over here, we've got the one we got last night. Now, I agree. She's dirty, but you can see the tongue from here to here is 10 inches shorter there than it is here. So they brought the whole coach forward on the tongue. Here we got the batteries and the propane. We can find a better place for that. This door has obviously seen better days. It's got a screw that's hanging out so it won't close, and somebody's been beating on it. But we kind of want to change the door. We got a window here that's down. We'll put the awning over here. We'll put the little door here. Maybe we'll put the big door here. We'll maybe put the little door back here. And then we'll have our sofa back here. And so we'll have a front and a rear entrance. The axles actually look like they're fairly close in location. That one obviously left the chat, but if it had been there, they're fairly close to the same alignment. On the back, you can see here, we're a little closer to the building than we are on this side here. I'm thinking we might have to extend the frame of this guy back a foot to make this one fit properly, but I'm not too concerned about that. It's just those 2 beams. We can cut those, extend those. I think we'll be just fine there. We'll get rid of these windows and go back with the poverty windows. This window here on this camper, I think would look really nice on the push-out. Can you imagine a push-out with poverty glass? I like that. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to grab my handy-dandy little attachment there. We'll see how it works for the first time. I want to bring this camper over there where my power washer is, and let's just see if it'll clean up. Now, what's this down here? Ooh, is that? Nope. I was afraid that was damaged metal, but no, it's not. That it looks like rusty iron, but it's all aluminum, so it's just dirt on there. So here's our current frame. Yeah. You see a hole under there? Yeah. The frame's not great. The guy I bought it from, Ken had put these braces on here, the extra iron, and I think honestly that's probably what saved us on the trip home last night with it, because there's really just not a lot of structure left in there. I would never tow it with my loved ones or my dog or my worldly possessions inside the camper looking like that, but I knew we weren't going far. We were doing back roads, and I knew there's a lot of iron still here and here. I mean, there's a lot of iron missing, okay, but if we think about overall, it's still 80% there, and with the whole interior missing, we're missing 30% of the weight. So 30 from 80, as long as you had 70, technically, it's gonna work. Sorry, I was talking guy math there, and I know guy math doesn't always add up in real life, but sometimes it does. This is the side I really want to watch now. This is the side I think the kids call it satisfying. It's a satisfying video when things go from, you know, one state to another relatively quickly. So we're gonna enter in the satisfying part of the video right now.
No chance will they ever see the least bit of sympathy. The taste of reality.
We got the sun setting over Lady Luxe. It's amazing how you can see inside of her now. When we picked her up last night, that's one of the first things we noticed. You just couldn't see inside of it. The windows were so gross. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Very excited about this project. Very excited about this product in particular. It's been a time saver for sure, moving things around the yard. So there she is. She still looks a little rough, but boy, we got plans for this girl. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, click the little bell. You don't want to miss some of the stuff that's coming up. I've got about 6 videos in the can. I just got to finish the last, 5% of them, so my editor can put them together and put them out for you guys. And you really want to get some of these videos out. So I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for your support. New websites coming soon, Facebook, Instagram, all the stuff, so that we can keep connected with everybody. So look for that. We'll be sending up updates to our community throughout the next few weeks, trying to finally get some things prioritized so that we can spend some more time on our channel. We're really excited about the projects we've got in the queue, as the Brits say, and we're excited to bring them to you and share them with you. So thanks again for being here, guys.